This is a short video about Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born January 15th, 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. His parents were Alberta and Martin Luther King Sr. He married Coretta Scott, and they had 4 children. They lived in this house. Dr. King went to Morehouse College in Atlanta, and then he went to Boston University in Boston, where he got a doctorate of theology. He was the pastor of the Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. This is a picture of him preaching with the choir behind him. At that time, there was something called segregation, where the whites and the blacks or the colored people were supposed to be separated. But you can see from this picture that the separation was not equal. The white drinking fountain is much nicer than the black one. On the buses, there was also segregation. The white people sat in front, and the colored and black people sat in the back. One day, a lady named Rosa Parks got on the bus, and she was tired. She refused to sit in the back of the bus. Because she refused, she was arrested and put in jail. This was in Montgomery, and Dr. King was serving in the Montgomery church on Dexter Avenue. And Dr. King organized a bus boycott. He said no one will take the bus until they get rid of segregation. With no one riding the bus, the buses were empty. And Dr. King said, no riding until we can sit anywhere we want. We want equality. In order to get around town, people shared rides with each other. Eventually, the bus company gave up. The people won, and the buses were desegregated, which meant people could sit anywhere they wanted on the bus, in the front or in the back. And black and white people were all the same. There were no differences. Dr. King practiced nonviolence following Mahatma Gandhi. Dr. King said, we'll win without fighting. We don't want to fight. So when there was a demonstration, the people just were peaceful. They didn't do anything. They wouldn't fight back. Even when the police put dogs on them to bite them, the people never fought back. It was nonviolent. Because of his leadership, Dr. King was arrested. He was put in jail. But he continued organizing demonstrations and marches for equality, for equal treatment. He was given the Nobel Peace Prize for his work in civil rights, which emphasized nonviolent means, peaceful work for civil rights. On August 28, 1963, there was a march on Washington, D.C., and Dr. King gave a famous speech called I Have a Dream. In that speech, he said, it is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day the state of Alabama will be transformed into a situation where little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls and walk together as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. That's part of what Dr. King said in his speech. On April 4th, 1968, Dr. King was shot. He was standing on a balcony with Jesse Jackson, and there's Dr. King, when all of a sudden there was a shot. Someone shot. The people are pointing to the top of the roof there where the man was, and Dr. King is laying down, dying. This is his family at the funeral, weeping over his coffin, his casket, and he was pulled through the streets on a special wagon, and other people walked around it, and he was buried. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., January 15th, 1929 to April 4th, 1968.